Coons is now recognized.
Thank you, Chairman Durbin. Your Honor, it's great to be with you. Great to be with you and your family and your friends, and to have a chance to both introduce you, now question for a few minutes. You have been nominated by our president to fill the vacancy created by the departure of the Honorable Kathleen O'Malley. She made great contributions while on the Federal Circuit bench, and in particular, I think some of her contributions to the Federal Circuit came from her previous experience as a district court judge. She was the only active judge on the Federal Circuit with that experience, and I think the perspective of a district court judge is important among the many insights that various members of that bench bring to their work. You would be uniquely positioned to continue that insight through your service of 14 years as a trial judge. You've presided over 2,400 patent cases, the subject matter most frequently heard by the Federal Circuit, making that experience particularly relevant. So please just speak with us for a few minutes, if you would, about your experience as a patent trial judge and your views on that relevance to your, I hope for, likely service on the Federal Circuit.
Thank you, Senator Coons, very much for that question. As you know, we always get a lot of patent cases in Delaware, and so I've had the good fortune of handling about 2,400 patent cases to date. That includes 63 patent cases that have gone to trial. And while Judge O'Malley's retirement will leave a huge hole on the Federal Circuit, I think that my experience with all of those patent cases and patent trials will help me at least try to fill some of that. I think particularly I will bring with me a recognition of how challenging it is to put together a reviewable record in a patent case. The technology is always complex. The facts are very challenging. And also, as you may know, patent litigators often disagree with each other. And so I estimate in a typical patent case that goes all the way to trial, I make many hundreds of decisions, or even more than 1,000 decisions. Typically, only a handful of those issues will ever get appealed to the Federal Circuit. And so I think I would bring with me an understanding of the context in which those appellate issues arise. I think this will also make me someone who adheres strictly to the applicable standard of review, and cause me to strive as best as I can to provide clear guidance in written opinions that I would write.
Well, thank you. You're joined by your family and clerks today. One of the things that I know in the Delaware bar you are well known for is your sort of family approach, your reasonable and welcoming and balanced and collaborative approach. Senator Leahy asked you a question about how will you work, if confirmed, with other members of the Federal Circuit. One particular example I'm mindful of is you and then Judge Robinson convened a patent study group to look at how to streamline the litigation process to curb litigation abuses and to deliver outcomes in a more predictable and regular way. Just take a moment, if you would, and talk with us about your approach to being both a district court judge but also a colleague.
Well, thank you very much for that, Senator Coons. We're fortunate in Delaware to have a very collegial bench, and I have sat by designation as a visiting judge with the Federal Circuit as well as with the Third Circuit, and both of those courts place a high premium on collegiality as well. And I would look forward to being collegial and working hard on the difficult issues that the Federal Circuit has before it, and working together to apply the law faithfully to the facts before the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. In my view, your unique experience as a district court judge in one of the busiest patent courts in America makes you the best possible nominee for this vacancy on the Federal Circuit, and I hope my colleagues will join me in quickly confirming you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Coons. Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Judge, thank you for your time today. We appreciate this, as we do all the nominees that are here. Let me ask you this. Does the Constitution